said last time, I wouldn't be talking. Hey, you talk a lot for what happened.
He's smaller though.
I never hear Devin talk, not once.
Woo, that bicycle. You done got off that bicycle and it's not working.
You know how we came last time. Hey, we know how we had his jaw last time.
I think he's just trying to build his son up, trying to put that in his head. It was the PED, son, don't worry, don't worry. At the end of the day, he knows what happened.
The weigh-in between Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney erupted into chaos when Bill Haney, Devin's father and trainer, confronted Garcia on stage. The tension was palpable as both camps exchanged heated words, nearly escalating into a physical altercation. Boxing legend Bernard Hopkins intervened to separate the two, preventing the situation from spiraling further. Garcia's behavior during the weigh-in added fuel to the fire. He appeared to chug a beer on stage and missed the weight limit by 3.2 pounds, rendering him ineligible to compete for the WBC super lightweight title. These actions were perceived as unprofessional and disrespectful, intensifying the animosity between the fighters' camps.
Just wanted to ask you, so, I was there, I watched you work out, you were doing your thing, and you and Bill and your dad, you guys kind of going back and forth a little bit. I was standing next to Bill. What he was saying, look, you see Ryan looks different. He doesn't have the same body as last year. He doesn't look as fit, looks a little flabby. What's your response to all this?
I feel like I look even crazy flabby last fight. I mean, I was drinking, I was bloated. So if he's speaking on that, yeah, you're right. And I already started cutting weight. Last fight, I waited till literally the last day. I was 14 pounds over, hopped in a, bath and sweated it all out. So at the end of the day, he's just looking to get some type of confidence for his son. His son, I heard he shot out with confidence. He don't have none.
During a public workout in New York ahead of his bout against Rolando "Rolly" Romero, Ryan Garcia found himself in a heated exchange with Bill Haney, father and trainer of Devin Haney. The confrontation reignited tensions stemming from Garcia's previous fight with Devin Haney, which was marred by controversy due to Garcia's failed drug test and subsequent suspension. As Garcia showcased his training routine, Bill Haney heckled him from ringside, prompting Garcia to respond with a fiery outburst. The two exchanged insults, with Garcia and his father, Henry, accusing Haney of lacking courage. This altercation underscored the lingering animosity between the camps and added fuel to the already intense rivalry. The weigh-in for Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia fight was marked by chaos and confrontation, culminating in a heated altercation between Ryan Garcia and Bill Haney, Devin Haney's father and trainer. In the video, Garcia, having missed the weight limit by 3.2 pounds, appears on stage and engages in a provocative act by drinking from a bottle he claims contains beer. This behavior, perceived as unprofessional by many, ignites a fiery response from Bill Haney. The confrontation escalates rapidly, with both parties exchanging heated words and nearly coming to blows. Boxing legend Bernard Hopkins intervenes to prevent the situation from spiraling further out of control. The incident underscores the intense animosity between the two camps and sets the stage for a bout that would later be mired in controversy, including Garcia's subsequent positive test for a banned substance, leading to the overturning of his victory. The weigh-in confrontation remains a significant moment in the lead-up to the fight, reflecting the high stakes and emotional volatility surrounding the event.
I just said, me in the center of the ring like you. I gave you your money. You better give me my money. You want that center of the ring? Let's do it.
Okay, let me ask you, Ryan, what happened this morning?
Hey, enough of that funny business. We got to fight tomorrow, man.
Ryan, why did you miss weight? What happened this morning? Can you tell the people this has been a big story today?
Man, I did my best, to make this weight. I put myself through hell. Yeah. At the end of the day, I'm the best fighter here. I ain't ever going to be played, and I'm going to knock him out, and everybody's going to be cheering. What?
How much did you have to give him?
I had to give him 1.5 million, but that's light work for me. Come on now.
And what were you drinking up there?
I was drinking a nice beer. That shit was fire.
What do you say to all the people who didn't think you would make it to this point, who doubted whether or not you'd be able to make this fight?
God did. Let's go.
Hey, Ryan, let's do 500,000 per pound.
Okay.
Let's do it. Shake on it?
Yeah.
The drama began when Ryan Garcia, the challenger, stepped onto the scales and tipped the balance at 143.2 pounds, 3.2 pounds over the 140-pound super lightweight limit. This weight miss not only disqualified him from winning Haney's WBC title, but also triggered a financial penalty. As per a pre-fight agreement, Garcia owed Haney $1.5 million, $500,000 for each pound he was over the limit. The New York State Athletic Commission did not grant Garcia additional time to shed the excess weight, leading to immediate negotiations between the camps to proceed with the fight as a non-title bout. The situation took a bizarre turn during the ceremonial weigh-in. Garcia, seemingly unfazed by the weight controversy, appeared on stage and opened a bottle, which he claimed contained beer, and took a swig. This act was met with jeers from the crowd, adding fuel to the fire. His behavior was widely criticized as unprofessional and disrespectful. On April 20th, 2024, Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia faced off in a highly awaited match in Brooklyn, New York. The fight concluded with Garcia securing a majority decision victory, having knocked Haney down 3 times during the bout. However, this victory was short-lived. Subsequent drug testing revealed the presence of a banned performance-enhancing substance in Garcia's system. As a result, the New York State Athletic Commission overturned the fight's outcome, declaring it a no contest. Garcia faced a 1-year suspension and a substantial fine, exceeding $1 million.
Uh-oh, star boxer Ryan Garcia has tested positive for a performance-enhancing substance both the day before and on the day of a surprising victory over Devin Haney last month. This news comes from a letter by the Voluntary Anti-Doping Association. The testing samples were collected prior to the fight, but the results only surfaced afterward.
The rivalry between Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia has intensified beyond the boxing ring, with Haney filing a lawsuit against Garcia alleging battery, fraud, and breach of contract related to their April 2024 bout. Haney contends that Garcia's failure to make weight and subsequent positive test for the banned substance ostarine constituted a breach of their agreement and compromised the integrity of the fight. Further complicating matters, Garcia has filed a counterclaim seeking $7.5 million in damages, accusing Haney and his father, Bill Haney, of using the legal system to coerce a rematch and damage his reputation. Tensions reached a boiling point when Bill Haney confronted Ryan Garcia. The confrontation was intense, with both parties exchanging heated words. Bernard Hopkins, a legendary figure in boxing and a member of Golden Boy Promotions, had to step in to separate the two men. The altercation underscored the deep-seated animosity between the fighters' camps. In January 2025, tensions reignited between Ryan Garcia and the Haney camp during the Ring Magazine Awards in London, highlighting the ongoing friction stemming from their controversial bout in April 2024. As Garcia exited his hotel en route to the event, Bill Haney, father and trainer of Devin Haney, confronted him with pointed remarks about Garcia's past behavior and the circumstances surrounding their previous fight. This confrontation underscored the unresolved issues between the camps, particularly concerning Garcia's failed drug test and the subsequent overturning of his victory over Devin Haney. The altercation in London was not an isolated incident, but part of a series of public disputes that have kept the boxing community abuzz. Garcia, who is preparing for a comeback fight against Rolando "Raleigh" Romero, has expressed interest in a rematch with Haney. However, negotiations have been complicated by legal actions, including a lawsuit filed by Haney's team and disagreements over drug testing protocols.
Is this it? There you go, ducking. I see you, Lupe. I see you, Lupe. I see you, Lupe. Yeah, I know I see him trying to duck around there. Yeah. Came all out here for nothing, huh? You ducking it, huh? Lupe, you done ducked it, huh? Yeah, you done ducked it. Yeah, y'all done ducked it. Stay quiet.
Tensions between Bill Haney and Ryan Garcia have escalated, particularly regarding Garcia's alleged association with Floyd Mayweather Jr. Following Garcia's victory over Devin Haney, which was later overturned due to a failed drug test, Bill Haney publicly questioned Mayweather's involvement in Garcia's preparations. He insinuated that Mayweather might have been a middleman in Garcia's use of performance-enhancing drugs, referencing Garcia's positive test for ostarine. This confrontation is part of a broader feud between Bill Haney and Floyd Mayweather. After Devin Haney's loss to Garcia, Bill Haney and Mayweather engaged in a heated exchange on Instagram Live. The argument stemmed from Bill Haney's earlier comments, suggesting that a sparring session with Devin led to Mayweather's retirement, implying that boxing had entered the Devin Haney era. Mayweather took offense, defending his undefeated record and criticizing Bill Haney's remarks. The events of the weigh-in had far-reaching consequences. Ryan Garcia's victory over Devin Haney was overturned to a no contest after Garcia tested positive for the banned substance ostarine. The New York State Athletic Commission imposed a 1-year suspension on Garcia, and he was fined $10,000. Haney's undefeated record was restored, and the controversy sparked widespread debate about doping in boxing. Bill Haney was vocal in his criticism of Garcia, suggesting that the positive test was not a mere accident but a deliberate attempt to gain an unfair advantage. He called for stricter penalties for doping violations, including lifetime bans for repeat offenders. Despite the turmoil, both fighters have expressed interest in a rematch. Garcia is set to face Rolando "Rolly" Romero in a welterweight bout, while Devin Haney is scheduled to fight Jose Ramirez. Should both emerge victorious, a highly anticipated rematch between Garcia and Haney could take place later in the year, potentially in time-sized Square, New York. The events surrounding the weigh-in have left an indelible mark on the sport, raising questions about professionalism, accountability, and the integrity of competition in boxing. As the sport moves forward, the hope is that such incidents will serve as a catalyst for positive change, ensuring that the focus remains on the athlete's skills and sportsmanship rather than offering controversies.
Get killed on April 20th. Yeah, for all that disrespect. Watch. You can't stop it now. Yeah. He said, yeah, Miss Garcia, you can't stop it now. It got real. Yeah, it got real. It got real. It got real. Yeah, it got real. Yeah, it got real. You worse than that gonna happen to you on April 20th. Yeah, and Oscar can't say it. And Oscar can't say it. Worse than that. Yeah, you took it. And you're gonna eat a lot more before you, hey, listen, you gonna hit that canvas, boy. Yeah, you out of boxing. Team Garcia, I don't know what got into you the last time I saw you, but you better tell that musclehead, meathead, fresh on the scene, fresh out of jail, Barracuda looking. What's happening? What's happening? He better keep his grimy, filthy paws off of me or anybody related to my team. Or next, you're gonna have to deal with Big Tank.
Smoking on that Bill Haney back. Hey, shout out TNT, right?
In the aftermath of his controversial bout with Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia has candidly addressed the events leading up to and following the fight. Despite securing a majority decision victory and knocking Haney down 3 times, the win was later overturned due to Garcia's positive test for the banned substance ostarine. Garcia accepted a 1-year suspension but maintains his innocence, attributing the result to low-level contamination and asserting, "I know I didn't cheat." Garcia also revealed that his erratic behavior before the fight, including drinking beer at the weigh-in and making bizarre social media posts, was a calculated publicity stunt designed to unsettle Haney. He stated that the antics were pre-planned and documented months in advance, aiming to create a narrative that he was mentally unfit, thereby gaining a psychological edge over his opponent. However, Garcia admitted to personal struggles during this period, including a divorce and mental health issues, which led to excessive alcohol consumption, even on the day of the fight. He confessed to a downward spiral that culminated in his arrest for vandalizing a hotel room, an incident he now views as a wake-up call. In the wake of their controversial April 2024 bout, Devin Haney has filed a lawsuit against Ryan Garcia and Golden Boy Promotions in the U.S. District Court for the Eastern District of New York, alleging battery, fraud, breach of contract, and unjust enrichment. The legal action stems from Garcia's failure to make weight and subsequent positive test for the banned substance ostarine, which led the New York State Athletic Commission to overturn Garcia's victory to a no contest and impose a 1-year suspension, along with a $1.2 million fine. Haney asserts that he agreed to fight Garcia under the premise of fair competition, without the use of performance-enhancing drugs. The lawsuit contends that Garcia's actions not only violated the bout agreement, but also caused Haney significant physical, emotional, and reputational harm. Haney's attorney, Pat English, emphasized that Haney would not have consented to the fight had he been aware of Garcia's doping, stating that the New York State Athletic Commission would have barred the bout under such circumstances.
Doesn't get much higher than this. That in England is called mingy behaviour. I thought he couldn't have made situations worse for himself. Yeah. Well done, you. Well done. You actually done it. You actually done yourself no favours. And then you got Bill, who's trying to take the heat off of Haney. Devin and saying, "Oh, thank you for letting me and my team do that." No, they shouldn't be doing that. Own it. Just own it. Just own you got your ass beat. Done. Finish. You got your ass handed to you.
Entertainment broadcast company Fanmio has filed a lawsuit against boxer Ryan Garcia and his promoter Oscar De La Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions in the United States District Court for the Central District of California. The lawsuit alleges breach of contract after Garcia failed to participate in a scheduled exhibition fight against kickboxer Rukia Anpo on December 31, 2024, in Tokyo. Fanmio claims that Garcia feigned a wrist injury to withdraw from the bout, causing significant financial losses. The company asserts it invested over $1 million in promoting the event and anticipated profits exceeding $10 million. Furthermore, Fanmio accuses Golden Boy Promotions of intentionally sabotaging the fight by demanding excessive payments and asserting exclusive rights over Garcia's bouts, despite no contractual prohibition against the exhibition match. The lawsuit includes allegations of fraudulent inducement, tortious interference, and unjust enrichment. Garcia's legal team has dismissed the lawsuit as baseless, while Golden Boy Promotions has declined to comment. This legal dispute adds to Garcia's recent controversies, including a one-year suspension for a failed drug test following his April 2024 fight against Devin Haney. Garcia is scheduled to return to the ring on May 2, 2025, facing Rolando "Rolly" Romero in New York City's Times Square. The company also criticized Garcia for scheduling a welterweight fight against Rolando "Rolly" Romero in an outdoor Ring Magazine event in Times Square on May 2nd, despite his contractual obligations. Garcia, who remains suspended by the New York State Athletic Commission after testing positive for a performance-enhancing drug before his April 2024 fight against Devin Haney, which was later ruled a no contest, now faces legal action from Fanmio. His attorney, Guadalupe Valencia, dismissed the lawsuit as meritless, stating they would respond vigorously when appropriate, while a Golden Boy Promotions spokeswoman declined to comment.
Have you heard about the latest drama surrounding Ryan Garcia? Apparently, he's facing another lawsuit.
Oh no, what happened this time? He's been in the news a lot lately, and not always for the right reasons.
Well, Fanmio, the exhibition fight promoter, is suing him for breach of contract. They claim he backed out of a scheduled fight against Rukia Anpo.
That's not good. How is this going to affect his upcoming fight? Isn't he supposed to face Rolly Romero soon?
Yeah, he's set to fight Romero on May 2nd. His promoter, Oscar De La Hoya, will have to deal with this lawsuit while preparing for that bout. It's definitely adding some extra pressure to the situation.
Wow, talk about bad timing. I hope this doesn't derail Garcia's career. He's such a talented boxer, but these legal issues could really hurt his reputation and future opportunities.
In a recent live confrontation, Haney expressed interest in a rematch, but stipulated that Garcia must enroll in year-round random drug testing through the Voluntary Anti-Doping Association to ensure a fair competition. Garcia, however, has firmly rejected the requirement for WADA testing, citing concerns about the organization's integrity. He has publicly stated that he will never use WADA again, labeling it as unethical, and asserting his innocence regarding the previous doping allegations. This impasse over drug testing protocols presents a significant hurdle in arranging a rematch between the two fighters. While Haney insists on WADA's involvement to maintain a level playing field, Garcia's refusal underscores the deepening mistrust and animosity between their camps. The situation remains unresolved, leaving the prospect of a rematch uncertain.
Yeah, I get annoyed. I've actually heard a couple of people say Ryan got Devin's number. And I'm like, how? How do you come out of your mouth and say he has Devin's number? He doesn't. That was one fight, one time, big moment. We know what was involved, but I truly believe that Devin Haney beats Ryan Garcia in the rematch. I truly think that Devin is the better boxer. I think that Devin, when focused, firing on all cylinders, is just a better boxer than Ryan Garcia.
Several boxing analysts believe that a rematch between Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney could be a pivotal moment for both fighters, with key advantages depending on how each approaches preparation. Many view the rematch as favorable for Ryan Garcia, especially after his dominant performance in their first bout. Despite the later controversy over a failed drug test, Garcia showcased his power and speed, which visibly troubled Haney throughout the fight. If he enters a rematch with a clean record and focused mindset, analysts argue he could secure a more decisive and controversy-free win. On the other hand, respected trainer Robert Garcia sees the potential for Devin Haney to turn the tables, provided he makes serious adjustments. Robert Garcia emphasized that Haney could avenge the loss with a properly structured training camp, the right sparring partners, and a more disciplined game plan. He pointed out that Haney's first defeat exposed vulnerabilities in his defensive strategy and ability to manage high-pressure opponents. A sharper, more tactical Haney, capable of avoiding Garcia's explosive combinations, could potentially neutralize his rival's power and regain control of the fight.
The truth always rises to the top. Devin Haney didn't leave well enough alone, and he has gone too far. In my opinion, this lawsuit could be a blessing in disguise for Ryan Garcia. Let me explain. Devin Haney is suing Ryan Garcia for PEDs. So, Ryan Garcia's defense team has to prove that Ryan Garcia did knowingly take Osterine. Also, they gotta have scientists to prove that he will have no effect in the ring. So with him having that lawsuit, that brings another opportunity for Ryan Garcia to prove this. Because don't forget, Ryan Garcia wasn't banned for popping dirty. He was banned for not providing his supplements to the New York State Athletic Commission. And if Ryan Garcia wins the lawsuit and be successful defending himself and prove those two things, the boxing world is going to flip upside down.
What do you think sparked this confrontation? Was it mind games or something deeper? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.